Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Yes?
Yeah, just booting up here.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. We're as welcome as can be. MikeYMOUSE. Anyway,
Any idea,
what?
Oscar?
Oh, that's the Mickey Mouse song.
It's the Mickey Mouse song, Mike.
from what show, Oscar?
MikeYMO Animaniacs.
No?
I'm
It's
sorry.
called the Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh, I was never part of that club. I didn't have the Disney Channel growing up.
No, but he is a Google Explorer.
Yes.
The Mickey Mouse Club, you would have had, the original one is the one I remember, with all those white people.
Jimmy Dodd, and of course
Jimmy Dodd, wasn't he tragically white? He was as white as they come.
he was sort of like the head Mouseketeer, and you always wondered why a grown-up was hanging out with them.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Dodd. Yeah,
But
how
the
are
weirdest
you,
of all,
Mouseketeers?
do you remember the fat guy that was with them, Roy?
Roy. No, you know who I remember the most? Cubby.
Cubby,
Because-
well, of course, Cubby went on to be a very notable drummer. He's a very
Yeah.
good drummer.
And that's why I remembered Cubby, because I like the drums as well. Well, you know what? It's nice to reminisce, and I think I'm probably feeling a little nostalgic because it's a very special birthday, and let's get right to it. Let's give this very special birthday person a call. See if she's there. She might be busy.
Happening. Maybe
She
there's
might be busy.
Maybe
I'm not
there's
sure.
Are there activities today?
Who knows? But I think 10:40. I'm hoping and keeping my fingers crossed.
We might get the brush off.
Oh
no.
What the hell is that? Hello.
Mike, is your phone going off on the counter somewhere?
Yes, it is. Of
Okay,
course
that's
it
what it is.
Hello.
How
Hello,
are
Mary.
you?
Hello. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. O'Mara. Happy birthday to you.
just like an organ.
Thank you.
First of all, let me do a little. I'm going to do a little test with you right now. How does this sound? Because the way we're communicating with you right now is my voice is going up to a soundboard in Washington D.C. and then going through Oscar's computer over his computer to your phone line. And I just wanted to know if you can hear me. Okay.
It sounds great. Yeah, I heard everyone very clearly.
Yeah, big win, big
Well,
win.
the very fact she heard us singing very clearly allowed me to be the first to say I'm sorry.
Let me introduce our listeners once again, because every year I try to do this. This is a very special person, my dear sweet mama, 94 years young today, and fresh off her second place finish in the Boston Marathon. She is
Heck, I
here
thought I'd
today.
win, but I didn't.
Well, God bless you. You're
Someone asked
sounding.
me this morning, how does it feel to be 94? And I said 105.
Well, you are doing great, though. And, I tried to get up to Boston to see you before we came down here. And to be honest, Mom thinks I've moved too far away. And she's probably right, because we tried to get up and see her 3 times with 3 separate winter storms this season to get up and see. And we weren't able to do that. And I will tell you something that when I see you the next time, I am going to, or maybe I'm even going to work with Kathy on this. I know you hate new technology, but the way, Mom, that the guys communicate with me now down here in Florida is that they see me on one of these high definition cameras, and it's just this little thing that's mounted on top of a TV set, and it's super easy to use. And so I know you are anti-computer, but the fact is you could see your grandson in high definition if I put it on top of your television.
Well, maybe.
That's a no.
Hold on, let me ask
no.
a question. Are you saying, Mike, that you're going to hook this up for her?
Well, or Kathy could when she's up there in
Let's
in
rely
Boston.
on Kathy.
Just send her a picture of it.
It's pretty straightforward. Hey, Rob, I hooked it up down here.
I know, I'm
I
just giving you a
successfully
hard
hooked
time.
it up down here. So, Mom, but enough about the camera and all that. How
Yes,
are you
yes.
planning on? How are you planning on spending your wonderful 94th birthday?
Well, a bunch of the gals here are having me for dinner tonight, and that's what we're doing. And it's another day, right?
Oh,
I
it's
had
another
a
day.
celebration with Kathy and Paul and Mike and Sarah on Sunday, and so that was my birthday celebration. And I got that lovely bows from you and Kathy. I mean, it's been a wonderful birthday, and
Did,
I'm very grateful to you and the family and everybody. And hello to you guys. Maybe I'll see you up there this summer.
I would love that.
I really do hope you're able to do that. I don't know if I shared on the air that I got my mom one of those Bose radios. She loves to listen to symphony music. She likes to listen to classical music and lots of other music. And so I got her that Bose Wave system, and you've loved it, I guess, since we got that for you, right?
The sound is unbelievable. You know the good sound system we had at home?
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is equally good for that little bitty box. It's amazing.
My father was an audiophile, and he loved collecting this back when Radio Shack actually had that good kind of stuff, and he collected a lot of that. He called it hi-fi equipment, and we had a room, and it was just his music room, and he loved listening to it. My mom got into it as well.
I sure would love to see your mom this summer when we're in Maine, because I don't think I've seen your mom since one of your weddings.
You're probably right. You're
Let's
one
not
was
do
that?
one of them right. Let's say your wedding, okay?
it's her 94th birthday. You think you could do without the shtick, Rob? You think you could stop picking on me for just a second, please?
Just trying to make her smile, Mike.
One of my weddings. Mom's been to all of them. No, she hasn't been to the last one actually. It was a long distance thing, but I got her blessing. At least I think I got your blessing, didn't I, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
On
now
all of
she's on all of them. On all. So tonight it'll be dinner with the girls, celebrating your
Yep,
94th birthday, and
Maybe a little cocktail.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
a little bitty cocktail. That's always fun too. Well, you know how much we love you and we miss you down there, and
Of
your
course,
grandson
sweetheart.
misses you too.
And I love the picture of the baby and everything, and it's wonderful.
Well,
and you have a good day now, and I love the way it's working out for you, the way you're able to do this.
It's fantastic, and I've told my mom how excited I am about doing the show down here and how seamless, and that's thanks to Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mom, these guys that I do the show with, and our man Matt Bloom, who's another guy that I don't think you've had the pleasure of meeting, but Matt, say hi to my 94-year-old mom.
Hello, Mike's mother. How are you today?
Hello, Matt.
That was
He's
great.
very shy. He's
Yeah,
very
he's
shy.
very shy.
That's why that was such an exciting greeting that you got from him, Mom. It was tremendous.
That's okay. It's
And,
good to have one shy person.
Now I know that I got you. The Bose thing along with my sister. We went in on it together. But I will tell you that there. Just keep an eye out because there may be a little something coming that you can share with your friends today. And it's not Sherry's berries this time. It's something else because I always get my mom Sherry's berries, and I will get Sherry's berries for her again. But the fact is that you got a little something coming that I think you can share with your friends. Okay, that's right. It's
That's
crystal
too much,
meth,
Mike,
Mom.
Too much.
No, I don't do too much. You've done a lot for me, and I always ask you this when we call you on your birthday. I always ask for any pearls of wisdom that you could share with our vast listening audience on the occasion of your 94th birthday. And usually it's very short and sweet, but I never know what she's going to say because she's her own
Just keep
person.
laughing. That's my theory.
Keep laughing.
Better to laugh than to cry, okay?
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that.
Mike lives by those words.
Thank
He
you,
learned
Oscar.
it from me.
Well, happy birthday. Have a wonderful time. I'll call
Thank
you
you,
later on this
sweetheart.
afternoon for real, but this was your showbiz moment, so have a great birthday, okay?
All righty, darling.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.
There she goes.
She
And
sounds
once
like
again-
$1 million, Mike.
And once again, the I love you not responded to, which has been kind of the story of my entire childhood.
Well,
no, I'm kidding. Of course, she says it to me all the time.
She doesn't like to lie.
Start the goddamn.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I actually just quit drinking a couple months ago because I was blacking out all the time. And I went and I talked to my doctor, and he said, it's not that you drink too much. It's just that after a couple major blackouts, you black out easier and easier after that. So I would just have like a couple drinks, and my brain would be like, okay, I see where this is headed. We're just going to power down now and get restarted sometime tomorrow morning. The morning after a blackout, though, is so strange because I always feel like this detective trying to solve the mystery of how I got home the night before. It's the case of the empty wallet and the for some reason bleeding knee. And luckily I can get right on the case because I'm still fully clothed from the night before. It was always weird when I'd go out with like some money and black out and wake up with no money. But it was a lot weirder when I'd go out with some money, black out, and wake up with more money. That meant that I had earned money. That meant that I had traded goods and or services. And blacked out, it's not anything wholesome. It's not like I was temping at a real estate office.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Mike.
Live from the Kathy Pfeiffer Studios, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are broadcasting all over the planet. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services. With over 23 million downloads, we're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And we are heard over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks!
Hello to Kurt Means.
Kurt Means, one of my favorite memes.
Yeah, he's one. Kurt Means business.
Yeah, and he used to live next door to the Ends. And, they'd always be coming over to his house trying to justify themselves. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners in the world. Why? Why? Because they get it. Jesus Christ, that's an old joke.
It is.
Anyway, computers are great, aren't they?
Great.
Oscar was just taking pictures of computer settings a moment ago. They make this broadcast possible. Everything okay? Oh,
Everything's great.
and I didn't like that tone. And computers are the best way to make running a business easier, including your mailing and shipping. Just use Stamps.com to get 24-hour access to the post office right from your computer. No waiting in line. You can print postage directly to your envelope, a label, even plain paper, and then just hand it to your mailman. That's it. Use your own computer to do all of it, and zero guesswork, people. Stamps.com sends you a free digital scale that calculates the exact postage for any class of mail. We use Stamps.com, and we love it. Ever since I have moved to Florida, we mail a ton of stuff back and forth. Rob and I were just talking about it, and the time it saves is extraordinary. Act now for a 30-day free no-risk trial. Add $110 bonus offer. I can read, including the digital scale and up to $55 in free postage. It is a great deal. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone, and use our code TMOS. Don't wait!
Super easy to use.
It's weird. It's music in the background.
You don't like it?
What is that?
It's the Blackout All Stars because the tape was about blacking out. I like it like that. It's a
Very
mambo,
cool.
Mike.
Anyway, don't wait. Before you do anything else, Stamps.com, TMOS. That's the code we want you to use.
Awesome.
Hail, hail, the gang's all here. I get very disconcerted when I see Oscar hopping around on the floor before the broadcast. I am not
Allow
enough
me
of a
to explain.
professional.
Allow me to
I'm not enough
explain.
of a pro to ignore that. I just,
Well, how about this? You should work on that, one. And then two.
Yeah.
is it going to be that kind of day?
no,
Is it that kind of day? Is that the way it's going to be,
Tuesday,
Mr. Mood?
Oscar.
We've
Yeah.
been working together for 5 years now. You should be
Yes.
happy and proud that you have a guy or guys that try to solve a problem if there's a problem. Other guys would sit on their lap and say, you know what? Hopefully this works out a little later.
Well,
And then you
first
know
of
what?
all,
Then you can take a moment and clear your throat. And
like my
you
voice.
forward.
You assume a negative. You assume that I do not appreciate that. And you assume that I am not happy about
Well, the
that.
positive becomes a negative when you're like, hey, Is everything okay?
See, Mike, what happens? You get
the same reason.
disconcerted.
Wait a minute, Rob. Hold on a second. It's the same reason I don't like to fly, because when I don't know what's going on, I feel frustrated. So, and when you guys go great after he's been running around with like an iPhone in his hand, I get nervous.
All
now,
that
let me
happened-
see if I got it right.
Chaz?
I assume what Oscar was doing was taking a picture of some settings. Is that right or wrong?
You assume wrong. And I assume wrong with my throat.
The first thing that happened, we're blessed.
What is wrong with you?
Mike,
I'm
we are
dying.
truly blessed in that today is the first time that intern Mac has come to our studio.
Oh, yes.
And it is a great day for Washington, D.C. and broadcasting in general. And he came in, and the first thing he did is knocked a panel off the side of the console. And the panel...
Because he sits like you do. God damn it, you're a young man, Mac. Sit up straight. Sit up straight right now. Sit up straight. No, put your ass further back in that chair. Put your ass further back in that chair. Come on now.
No,
there you
no,
go.
no.
Up straight. He can't do it. He can't do anything but lie, but sit like
I
this.
think
The
you
chair
can
is
sit
not
up
a
straight.
sofa.
Face Rob, and then sit up straight.
Yeah, but
How
don't
about
look
this?
at me.
See, now you're... No,
see
but
better.
No, but you can... shoulders back.
You know what it is, Oscar?
Sit up.
He's got to sit on the end of the chair.
Yeah, sit
He's
on
gotta
the
sit
end of the
No,
chair.
do not use the backrest.
Yeah, sit.
Do not use the backrest.
Oh, no, he's hunched over. Sit back, shoulders back.
You
There
would
you go.
think.
Oh, no, he just leans back.
You would think that someone that spends so much of his life sitting would be better at it.
No.
I know. He loves to sit. We knew that right
Hey,
away.
yeah.
So did he damage anything?
Well, what happened is when he knocked the panel off the side, it's a vertical panel on the broadcast console. It knocked Pony's gain down on Pony's compressor.
Jesus
That's why Pony
Christ.
sounded quiet when he talked to your mom. It wasn't a lack of enthusiasm. It was clumsiness on the intern's part.
Yes.
Oh,
It damaged
okay,
my
I get it.
reputation.
All right.
Though we fixed it right away.
Right away.
That's the most important part. Right,
All
Pony?
right, hold on.
Damn straight.
There you go.
Strong.
Big win.
Come strong.
How are you doing today?
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm doing fine. I wanted to.
I see the chest hair quotas high today. Whoa. Let me
No,
tell you.
I like it, Mike.
Let me tell you.
I like it.
Wearing one of my-
Sexy.
I'm wearing one of my Florida fishing shirts.
If you get a gold chain in the next month, I'm quitting the show.
I'm
Like-
not. This is just a normal way that
If it's just chest hair and gold chains from now on, I don't know if I can
No,
handle
the
that.
Silver
All right.
Fox is ready to do a show.
I'm not only ready to do the Silver Fox is ready to go. I'm very good. I got up early this morning. I was up at 5:30, so I might be a little draggy today. But I will tell you that I have a message. Hello, darling.
Oh, hi, Mike.
No, Mrs. O'Mara was just walking
I
outside the window.
thought you were talking
Can you
to
come
me.
in here, Carla, for a second? I'd just like to share today.
Of course.
please.
I'd like to share, please. Come in, honey. I just want to share you with.
Oh, it's more like bragging.
You coming in?
Yeah, what are you bragging? We got
Okay,
Mac,
now
you've
come
got
on,
Carla.
come on, a little lower. A little lower. A little lower.
Oh, isn't that? She looks beautiful.
Wow.
Look at that
Look at that.
tan.
Look at that.
Nice. You're a lucky man. Carla, do you ever regret your decisions?
Oscar said, "Do you ever regret your decision?" No.
Aw, that's very
See,
sweet.
We're just kind of feeling lovey.
You guys are in love. That's great.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she looks gorgeous. Look at that
We
glow.
weren't in love yesterday, that's for sure. When
Try
we
it
were going
again,
to look
Mike.
For patio furniture.
Try it again with the button undone.
Yeah, with the button undone.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
now you're
you guys
talking.
get a room.
Oh, no, careful.
Here we go.
Carla, keep your fingers out of there. You'll get splinters.
Yeah,
You can cut yourself.
I'm blushing.
Wow, you
I'm
know what,
blushing.
Mike? I guess that every day is shorts weather down there, isn't it?
She just looks hot today.
She
I'm sorry.
looks-
I say it once in a while.
That's very sweet. That's
terrific.
Most men should be. So
I will
lucky.
get to it in the body of the show, but all is not sweetness and light.
We
with the
just
O'Mara
saw the body of the
relationship down here. I will. Okay, calm down.
Hey, I'm just trying to be respectful here. I don't know what Rob's doing.
That's right. Just being a jerk. Just being a jerk.
Oscar is in pure one turbo scab picking mode today.
Yeah.
I can tell. So, Oscar asked me how I was doing. I'm doing well because you know that I have been railing against you guys for the lack of interns on our show. Let me share a message that I received today. It comes from Robert Ford.
Bob.
It says, Mike, my name is Robert Ford, and this message is in reference to your call out for a new intern of larger carriage. This sounds good. I am 23 years old and over 300 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I
He's
don't-
done some work.
That doesn't just happen by accident, you know, Oscar.
I don't have an exact weight because I have been staying away from the scales lately. Something along the lines of ignorance being bliss. Okay.
Wow.
I like him right away. I like him right away because he's not a 23-year-old that's going.
And actually, when you get above 300, to really get an accurate reading on the scale, you need to use a mirror to see the reading. There's a whole complicated thing.
Yeah, you know it's difficult when you have to go down to the UPS depot. Anyway,
Pull over on 95.
Even better. Rob's joke was funny. Pull off Mom, I got to weigh myself. I'm trying to go out for the football team. Can you take me down to Fredericksburg to the weigh station, please? He says, I grew up in the historic radio district of Manassas, Virginia. There you go.
That's nice.
They're very nice. And have lived in the D.C. metropolitan area for my whole life, aside from the 4 years I spent at Oscar's alma mater, West Virginia University.
Good man. Let's go Mountaineers.
This guy has really traced the footsteps of many of the people on this show.
Yeah, it's like he's walking history's path.
Okay, now, first of all, he's 23. I was going for the youth movement.
Yes.
He's a man of larger carriage. I like that.
Yeah.
And he spent 4 years at West Virginia and got the degree.
That's hard. That's a feat in itself, let me tell
A
you.
bachelor's degree in music education. Another musician just like Josh Murphy.
I love that. Did he mention whether or not he plays instruments?
I'm not sure. I am a fellow percussionist. Okay, there's the answer to your question.
Awesome.
Currently, I am attending Northern Virginia Community College.
Nova.
That's not a lateral move. What is he doing?
I don't know what happened to that. Part-time he's doing this. He said taking classes for a recording technologies certificate.
Well, part-time
So
at
he
Nova is like not going to college at all.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Listen to the benefits here. A recording technologies. Guess what we use? Those are recording boards that we use. That this guy could be an asset. I'm just giving you the
Dante.
facts. I have been a huge fan.
A big Dante. The
A
reverse of that, I
big
apologize.
Dante.
A big Dante.
Says, I've been a huge fan of the Mike O'Mara Show since the days on WJFK. I got into the show during the last several months of Don and Mike, and have been hooked ever since. I would be honored and very excited to work for TMOS if given the opportunity. I eagerly await your response. And that's Robert Ford.
I like that.
He
That's
sounds like a
initiative.
go-getter.
Go-getter.
There's nothing, and believe me, I'd love to pick it apart. There is nothing inside of this letter that I can pick apart. I think this guy's got he's got the goods.
Is there
he's
a
member
photo?
of the Big Man's Club. Yeah.
And what does he have a certain picture?
No, I don't. I think the photo, based on what his statistics are, the photo may be from another time.
Oh, like a high school portrait,
or perhaps the turn of the century.
I'll tell you something. If he's like 300,
yeah,
he's a big like football 300.
Oh,
because quite
he could
frankly,
be the muscle.
Yeah, he's a big guy. So the fact is, I don't even have him on my friend list.
You should friend this man.
Can one of you guys look up Robert Ford on Facebook and see if he's one of your friends? Let me see. The cover page is a bunch of his buddies with a bunch of beers. Looks like they're celebrating St. Patty's Day, and his profile picture, it looks like he's throwing some sort of knife up in the air.
Oh, that's smart.
That's always a way to get a job, let me tell you.
Sure.
Well, better to throw it than to catch it, I guess.
But if you guys can find him, now I turn it over to you. He did not leave me any, outside of the Facebook thing, did not leave me any other contact information, so I wish for us to reach out to him. Pony, do you think you're up for that task?
I'm working on it right now.
Oh, I found him. Yeah, Robert Ford is not your typical 300-pounder. He looked like he played some Division I ball, possibly.
Does he not? You're
does.
looking at the red and blue striped
he loves
shirt.
his
Oscar?
stripes. I see that.
He likes
West
his
Virginia.
stripes.
Let's go Mountaineers. It has a girlfriend. I see that. He's got a Club Get Right shirt. That's from the Big O and Dukes days. I respect that.
Very
and he's
good.
got you know what? He really is a musician. Wow. Right. Look at this. Okay.
He's got that.
I'm liking it.
And if you look at the picture down here where he's got the Red Sox cap on, another nice thing.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of doughy countenance, that
he's
kind
white.
of Rob Spiewak look that I like so bad.
So that's important.
The ladies like it too, Mike.
The ladies love it, Rob. Don't shortchange yourself.
Yeah, I like him.
The ladies love it a lot.
I'm gonna say this, just for what's on paper and what we see on Facebook, he's represented himself well.
All right, Robert. Here it is, though. This is the ultimate test. Now, you may have friends, you may have a regular listening habit yourself, but if you are so all fire charged up to be part of this show, that means you hopefully are listening to this show on a daily basis, which means, Robert Ford, I am going to give you, if Pony doesn't reach out first, 24 hours to get your particulars. If we don't have your particulars, we can't contact you.
Yeah, we go to the next guy.
Yeah, back in the hopper.
We go to the next guy. I want this guy, but I want to make sure he's listening on a regular basis, and I want to make sure that he gets involved with us. And I think with his recording technologies degree, he probably can be an asset with new technology, Oscar Santana.
Absolutely.
I think that would be good.
Also, it's not a knife he's throwing up in there. It's actually a hammer that he's throwing up in there. So there's no real weapon involved. It looks like he just put up a moon bounce, which is kind of creepy, but I imagine he's got some sort of family member he's working with.
Sure, I would hope so.
Now, in the cover page, Oscar, that we're looking at the same thing, correct?
Yes.
Would he be the one with the Patty's Irish Pub T-shirt?
Yes, which is
okay.
And Patty's is famous from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the show. So Patty's Pub is the pub they work at, that they own.
Oh, well, I think there's probably more than one Patty's Pub in real life.
Let me look at this.
Because the Irish people like to have an occasional drink.
No, this is the one from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It is?
So
you know what he is?
Thank you.
He's plugged in.
He's current.
He's plugged into
Unlike
pop culture.
you.
That's right.
He's current.
Just stupid me.
We need that new blood. He seems like a good guy.
And he hangs
nothing...
out with strictly whites. All his friends are white.
Now, hold on. You might be wrong about that.
No, I'm right. I just looked through all his pictures.
Nope. The guy on the far left, Oscar. Far left in the blue T-shirt.
Blue T-shirt, that guy's...
That is a mixed race individual.
He's really tanned.
No, the guy.
Racist.
Are you looking at the big picture with the women in it?
Oh no, I don't get the. I don't. This man's getting a lot of run. Oh, that's somebody that was. This man. That's somebody that was in his class. He didn't befriend them. He's just there in the picture with them. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it all figured out.
All right, Rob, you haven't weighed in. Rob gets very quiet when it comes to interns. So
he doesn't like them. This is what happens. He doesn't like them.
He hates the idea that we're
someone
making
that
progress.
could possibly replace Rob.
You mean someone who's current and fat? He's everything I am plus current. I say we bring him in. I should like to meet this guy. He's got a never say die attitude and a winning demeanor that I think is going to inject energy where we need it most.
You jerk.
This man is lying.
You jerk.
Falsehood.
He's lying. He is totally lying.
No, bring him in. I'd like to meet Bob Ford. But I don't want to call him Robert. I want to call him Bob. Or maybe, Mike, Bobby.
Bobby Ford.
Yeah, I think
Bobby Ford.
I don't think Robert works as an intern name, but I think Bobby is a good intern name.
Bobby Ford.
Hey, Bobby.
And incidentally, you know, with the last name Ford,
yes,
you never know.
Oh,
you know, one day one of these guys that's named Ford is going to be plugged into the family fortune.
Yeah, and then one step, and then we're in, baby.
Rob,
yeah,
during the
24
break,
hours.
as we're talking, I'm going to need you to find, if you can.
Yes.
I don't know if you'll be able to find it. I don't have my computer plugged in. I know Oscar has his.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, the sound of splitting wood.
Okay.
Of wood cracking. Splitting, cracking wood.
Okay.
I will need it at a certain point when I tell you the story of patio furniture shopping in beautiful Southwest Florida. When we
Don't
come
bury
back
the lead, Mike.
on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. You probably tried Hulu on your computer. Hulu Plus is so much more. With Hulu Plus, you can watch current season episodes of your favorite shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live. And really, for those of you that are like me that turn in a little early, what a great asset it is to have Hulu Plus at your fingertips so you can watch your Jimmy Kimmel Live whenever you want. The Mindy Project, that's another one. The Daily Show, my personal favorite. And Saturday Night Live. Watch every episode of shows like South Park, The Good Wife, and Doctor Who. Incidentally, I got to get on my Hulu Plus and watch that last episode of The Good Wife because I didn't do it yet.
Well, come on, Mike. Get off the
Come
stick.
on.
Come
now
on.
more than ever, there is so much to watch, like Total Control. Take Total Control with Hulu Plus to stream these shows and thousands more. Hulu Plus works on your computer, smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much any streaming device you already own. You can even watch on your phone or iPad while on the train, at work, at the dentist, or at the bathroom. You can even block off a day to binge. You'll also get access to original programming that you can't get anywhere else. Brand new shows like Deadbeat, a comedy about a pothead who talks to ghosts. Binge on all 10 episodes starting April 9th.
There's a lot of great buzz on Facebook about that show. People think it's very, very funny, and the interplay between him and the ghost is great.
Okay, $7.99 a month. Get your entertainment anytime, anywhere. That's like $0.25 a day, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Right now, sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS or click on the banner on our website and get 2 weeks full access, completely free That's a whole extra week more with this special offer when you sign up at huluplus.com/TMOS. So get with it. Start streaming right now.
Hold it. When?
Yes. Right now.
Okay.
With Hulu Plus. Welcome back to the show. So lots going on, digging in, settling in. I don't want to say we are completely unpacked, but we're damn close.
Cool.
We seem to have really dug into the place down here. There's so much to do. We want to do certain things slowly but surely. Patio furniture, because we are down here and I've been renting this house for 12 years. And the fact is that this house has patio furniture that was part of the original purchase.
You had great patio furniture up here that I got for a steal.
Yes, you did.
And
yes,
I
you
used
did.
it, as a matter of fact, over the weekend. I can't believe you let it go.
And I can't believe I let it go, too.
Yeah, why would you do that?
After yesterday, because the moving truck could only take so much, Oscar Santana. Thank you very much for bringing that up, though. Yesterday, what I believed would be not only an easy activity, but a pleasant activity began, and that was we were going to take care of some business. We already got our driver's licenses done. We went down to the local post office that does the passport thing, and we applied for our new passports, or actually renewal in my case, and then found out that that's an entirely different story.
It's
I had no idea
entirely different.
It's entirely different. I had no idea that the infant needs one too, which is just blowing my mind. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah.
Well, you can't smuggle babies.
You can't smuggle babies.
Well, he's not
so that's
looking
the way
to
it goes.
smuggle the child. He just wants him to see Ireland.
Well, we had to make an appointment, so the passport thing was delayed. With ours, we just have to mail them in, so it's no big whoop. But after that, it was determined that would be the fun part of the day. And the fun part of the day would be business has been taken care of. Let's venture forth. And if there's one thing they have in Fort Myers, Florida, they have effing patio furniture stores.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And I, as Rob knows...
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. That actually, my apologies. That is not feeding out on the air. That only went to you because of the send. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
I'm very, very
wonder
sorry.
if our new intern would have that problem.
There he is.
He's
That's your
helpful,
brother
isn't he?
over there.
He's
Come on,
really-
Rob, wake up.
he's
Wake
really
up,
not my
Rob. You
brother.
got to snap. But what's Rob, Speedwag? Pull the underwear around your waist. There you go. He was just slamming you, and you're sitting there like you're in a coma. He's right there. Look
can't
at
let
him.
me
He's
beat you
next to
down.
He hurt my feelings.
So we venture out, and the first thing that became apparent to me, I really thought that patio furniture, my experience with patio furniture was really rolling out to Home Depot or Target or
Yeah.
Lowe's. And, you drop like $500.
Sure.
And you get yourself a little dining set, right?
Yeah, and it
you
takes
get you get what you need.
It takes a little time to build, and then you're done and done.
Right.
I didn't know that because of this South Florida hen-centric, soon-to-be in the casket, old lady-thon furniture swap meet that goes on down here, that these places are selling this crap with 3 zeros after it.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
And I'm not talking about a 1 in front of those 3 zeros. I'm talking about a 2, a 3, a 4, or even a 5 in front of those zeros.
Now, did you go to like a
Which
box
is-
store?
What's that?
Did you go to like a box store? Did you go to like a lawn furniture boutique?
Or like
I think
an Amish
the
furniture place.
operative term would be, were there any stores that we didn't go to yesterday?
Oh, you had a busy day.
It
No.
was a consummate pain in the ass. It was ridiculous. Because look, now listen, you guys have sat at my kitchen table.
Sure.
Yes.
And you know that kitchen table, after 1 year, was turned into kindling.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know it was.
The
And it's
chairs
because- yeah,
splintered.
the chairs splintered. Now I sit on these chairs down here, the little chicky rattan chair that I'm sitting at.
Right.
Nothing's happened with this chair. It's perfectly
No.
okay. It's perfectly fine, at least for now. But you know, Rob, that
Yes.
throughout my life, I have never had any real desire to overspend on any home furnishings.
You know, I've often
whatsoever.
told you, Mike, I've often
Yes.
told you that there are things that you can sort of, you can cheap out on, you can be okay. But there's
Yes.
2 things you shouldn't skimp on.
Right.
And that's shoes
Yes.
and furniture.
Even patio furniture.
Really, Mike? Yeah. Really, even
Jesus
patio
Christ.
furniture. I know. Well, you don't need to spend $5,000. Granted, you
kills
don't
me.
need to do that. But
I
furniture is something you want to stick around.
But I feel like you shouldn't spend more than $300.
well, yeah, but you don't.
Bingo, Oscar Santana.
Right?
Bingo. Because
Depends on
it's
what you're
made-
getting.
It's,
Depends on what
are
you're
you
getting.
You're getting plastic or aluminum,
Right.
Or maybe metal, some kind of metal,
Well,
right?
aluminum
or
is
wood.
also metal. But
Or wood.
But you want it to last.
Iron is what I was going to say.
Iron.
Cast
Wrought
iron.
iron.
Wrought iron.
Well, whatever. You sold patio furniture. I delivered patio furniture.
We never sold patio furniture. We only
really?
sold finer furnishings for the home, Mike, is where we made our money.
Isn't the markup just ridiculous? It's like 800%.
It's closer
It's
to,
insane.
I think, $300 to $350.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Even for patio furniture?
I don't know. I don't know that game.
All
what
I
you
know
need
is-
to do is find someone you work with to sell you some patio furniture, and you get a great deal.
Which you did.
I did a fantastic deal.
Yeah, but the stuff that I sold you, that was, you know what that was? I don't mind saying. I don't
Right.
mind giving them a plug. The stuff I sold you, Rob, was Sears.
And you really still, to this day, people will say it's not the same as it was. You
Yes.
can't go wrong at Sears. What did you?
And this is not, and I've said this before, and I mean it. This is not a spender. She does not. But we have finally found the area where there's a little disagreement because of the fact that. Did you hear that? I heard that. Ba-doop. Must be in my earphones. But I will tell you that I seriously have a disagreement because Mrs. O'Mara remembers the splintered furniture in the kitchen.
Right.
She remembers the 3 recliners that I went through because they broke. She remembers, and I'm a fat ass, I know that.
No.
But the fact is, one of these recliners came out of the box, and before I even sat in it, it was destroyed. She knows that I buy cheap furniture, and it never works.
You've always had a lack of patience with upholstered furniture, especially.
Yes, I don't. And as far as this, I don't mind if you give me a lightweight aluminum piece of or a piece of plastic,
Right.
put it out, or a piece of wood, put it outside where it's going to rain. Dollars on this furniture,
But
and so it
conversely,
was- oh,
conversely, if it's in the elements, Mike, it actually has to be a little stronger because it's not protected.
but it's just such an incredible.
You got to walk the line.
racket.
I know, but you
Oh
can't
my
spend.
God.
Don't spend top dollar, but don't throw good money after bad, as the
Well,
senior
here's the thing.
citizens say.
I think and you would agree that Sears stuff that stuff is solid.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's aluminum, right? Is that what it is?
It
aluminum?
is, and also it has sort of the panels are like almost like a composite material that pop out
Like
and
a
wipe clean.
mesh.
Yeah, it's
They're
great.
like a mesh.
Exactly.
And that's all you need.
That's
But
it.
down here in the land of, women are bored out of their asses, and they want to go in there and they want to spend, and drag in the pension, the IBM pensioners that are down here collecting the fortune and pension. I swear to God, the furniture prices here are out. It's nuts.
What are you
It's
looking to
nuts.
get? What are you looking to get?
We need, you know what we need? A round dining room table and 4 chairs for outside.
Okay.
That's
Mike?
what we. And technically, if I wanted to replace everything, there are 2 other little mesh chairs that we have with a little tiny table in between. That would be it.
What
So
about
if
an
you really want it,
umbrella?
If you want the real total, it would be 2 little chairs that you sit in with a little round table to put mommy's and daughter's wine on.
Umbrella?
And then it would be no, not an umbrella. We got the thingy.
Oh,
we're
of
not
course,
gonna
of
sit
course.
out there in the rain. Yes, Oscar.
Amazon.com. You'll be surprised what they have. They have
I went there.
furniture with your.
It was
you
the
already
first
went
place
there.
I went.
Okay.
It was the first place I went. It's you know what the of a different price point than I do, and also we have just determined when it comes to patio furniture, we do not have even remotely the same taste. And I will finish this story with the final visit to the furniture store where
Right.
we were very close, where she almost had me sold
Right.
on overpaying for this furniture until something happened.
Oh,
I
no.
will tell you that when we come
Oh, I can't wait for this.
on the Mike O'Mara show. Thank you very much.
I can't wait for you to test the furniture out. I can't wait.
How you doing over there?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Yeah. What do you think I'm talking to?
I didn't think you were going to break a little early, is all. So I was standing by with another sound element.
I'm sorry. I had
All
to
is
break
well.
the story into two parts.
All is well.
very
I
good.
like it.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This portion of our show is brought to you by our friends at Encore. If you're out there shopping insurance, it's hard to know which company offers the best value. Encore Insurance is there to help. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry to compare premiums. They do all the work so you don't have to. Just call toll-free 866-347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote. You had your yearly checkup for your life insurance there, Oscar?
You know what? I think people are mistaken. You don't have yearly checkups. You just
you don't.
You don't. You have that one checkup, and then they give you your premium price. And again, it's so easy to do. I was blown away. They don't check me up again, Mike, ever. I'm
That's
good.
fantastic.
He's just covered. He's
That's
covered.
it.
Good to go.
I'm covered for 30 years.
If the bolt of lightning were to come out of the sky today
Yes.
and strike you down as you cross Wisconsin Avenue, how much is the check? Oh, we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what is the
Well,
check?
Shannon
that,
gets
that
nothing.
Shannon
My
gets?
family
Shannon
gets $1 million.
nothing.
God
That's right.
bless him.
And don't you think that your family would probably give her a little something?
I mean, yeah, mine's strict. I went through LegalZoom for my will.
Of course.
And I said, break off Shannon a little piece of something, something.
That's right. Be nice.
If we're not
up.
married,
Okay.
clearly. Yeah.
If you were, I know this is supposed to be an Encore commercial, but
Yes.
I'm sure they don't mind us talking about it. If you were to say, throw a wild guess out of that $1 million windfall your family would get in the
20%, 200K.
20%.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. I'm good with that.
not bad.
It's also science fiction, but it's a nice story.
But it is for $1 million. For sure.
If you prefer computers, just visit smartterm.com. That's SMARTTERM.com. That's where you'll find the license disclaimer and quality customer service, everybody. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Stop paying too much for life insurance. Protect your family the schmott way. It's schmott. You know that, right?
It's very schmott.
Yes. Go to schmotterm.com.
Mike,
schmott.
I think it's important to know also, again, they checked me up 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 years ago I signed up, and I thought, because, again, we're just learning about life insurance here. I thought that they would check me up every year, like Mike said.
Sure.
They don't. It's that one checkup, and you're locked in,
You're
and you're
in.
locked in for the 30 years.
Well, that's the whole idea of life insurance.
Yeah, it's
Once
great.
you make that contract with them, you get your physical at the beginning, and then you march on.
Yeah, you march on.
Many years of success.
So
to you.
easy.
Oscar,
So
when you
expensive.
pass away, who gets the Google Glass?
You know what? I didn't itemize that. I think all my assets go to my brother, and he disperses them as he wishes.
I think you should give it to Todd.
Todd already has some.
Todd should have two.
Two pairs.
Let me
one for
see
day
if I
and
can.
night.
I'm going to try to do
Sunglasses.
from memory. I'm going to try to go through from memory how many places. I think the total was 7.
That
we may
is
have gone to-
tragic.
Oh.
That's
we may have
tragic.
gone to
that's
7
That's too
places
much for
yesterday.
anybody.
Did you even look
It's
into,
overload.
what happens? And I don't want to be grim or morbid
Yes.
here, but
Right.
you are in Florida, southern
Yes.
western Florida.
Are you going
and
to talk about consignment?
I'm talking about used furniture from people who have recently passed.
estate sales?
Have you ever checked the obits?
It's just as much of a ripoff as the other stuff.
Is it really?
It's heinous, hideous people. I've been to consignment shops. It's heinous pickers. You know those people on those reality
I
shows.
hate them. I hate
that
them.
are sitting there. And I sat outside. We got to a point where, because the baby was with us and we were going in, out of the car, we got to the point where Carla would pop into one or I would pop into one, and then we'd hang out. At one that was a consignment place, because Rob, you're absolutely right. There are tons of them around here
Right.
also. Carla popped into this place, and I watched this wizened old douche,
A crone?
locking up his crap furniture that he had on the patio, and he was just as miserable and unfriendly as he possibly. And I was just staring at him. I had my shades on. He didn't know I was looking at him, and I'm just looking at him, going, "Oh, you." I mean, this is of course late in the day. He's probably a perfectly wonderful human being.
Doubtful. How about like Craigslist?
Craigslist would be great.
It creeps me out, man. I think
Yeah,
a
sweaty
Craigslist-
handshake. Yeah.
I think Craigslist would be like, well, this is lovely over here. We've got the sofa here, Mr. O'Mara, and if you'll just simply, lean over here, I can show you where the wood was done.
Yeah. If you ever have to go and pick up furniture in the Everglades, maybe that's not the right purchase.
Oh yeah, we've
exactly-
got a lovely swivel chair that goes with this ensemble, but it's down in the cellar. You go down the steps first.
Can you imagine if Mike was rolling up on an alleged cannibal's house? They'd see
Oh, yeah.
him. Mike would be like a big juicy steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to. Hey, is that Matthew McConaughey over on the other side? Yeah. How you doing? All right.
2 weeks later,
Yes,
the cannibal
sir.
died of a stroke.
Fantastic. Too much cholesterol. I'm gonna have my way with your behind, and then I'm gonna tie some antlers on you. Okay. Anyway, so we finally go to this one place, and you know from the outside that it is. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, can hear you great.
I'm dying laughing.
Okay, very good. I'm kicking around like Mac is. We finally get to this one place, and from the outside, I know it's going to be expensive, but I'm at F it mode. I don't care at this point.
Well, you've
because
been
they're
beaten
all.
down.
I've also determined, even if they look crappy from the outside, they're all ripoffs. They're all
Sure.
ripoffs. It's just a little bit by degree. So I said, hey, we've been looking at this stuff with the 3 zeros. Let's go in and look at the other place with 3 zeros. And we walk in.
Is it a
and-
standalone place? It describes.
Yes, it's a stand. This is a standalone place that looks
oh
like.
my God! Really?
Let me see. What does it look like? You know what it looks like? Looks like the outside of a gentleman's club. That's what it looks like.
wow.
Yeah, you know,
Ethan
Oscar, I
Allen.
can probably describe it. It looks like the outside of a Las Vegas gentleman's club. That's what it looks
So
like.
it looks like a superstore.
And you walk in, and of course, it's beautifully appointed, and you see tiny little tags with 20% off. And I know immediately. It's like 20% off of the greatest ripoff you'll ever
Yeah,
experience.
after they
in your
marked it
life.
up 20%.
Right. 40.
Right. And the only way I can describe the lady that was waiting on us, that was going to be helping, because God, do they love to help you. Boy, do they don't give you 2 seconds before they pounce on you like a hyena with a fresh kill.
Are they
It was-
throwing off the commission vibe?
well, I don't know what vibe they're throwing up. They're throwing off the vibe is like, can I help you?
Yeah.
And the lady at this store, I am not exaggerating, the best way, she doesn't look anything like her, but the way she sounded was Penny Marshall if she'd had 4 glasses of wine with lunch.
Wow.
Can I help you? Can I help? Now, I thought that was over on the East Coast, but I said, can I help you? Oh, this is wonderful stuff here. This is great. And I know immediately who she caters to.
Right.
She'll just sit there and, she'll bring in the bejeweled lady from the Birdcage that's sitting there on when Nathan Lane's doing his John Wayne walk. And she'll be sitting there, these are lovely products over here. This fabric will never go bad. And so we walk around and we're searching for the stuff, and Carla suddenly comes upon this oasis of furniture that she seemed to truly love. And she said, oh, my God. When I heard that, I literally
You're toast.
a chill flies through my body, because I'm saying to myself, this is going to be awful.
Right.
This is going to be because I know
You're
the
doomed.
price points. I know the price points here.
Yeah.
And I know, and I look down, and I'm not even going to look at the tag with the twine that is hanging from this overpriced, probably 18-cent piece of furniture that they are charging hundreds of dollars for. I'm just miserable. And so I sit down in it, and I make the terrible mistake of saying, well, compared to the last place, this does seem to be very well made.
No.
Big mistake.
Oh, no.
And the other mistake, the furniture she has picked out is not aluminum. It is not wrought iron. It is not iron. It is not metal of any kind. It is wood. It is
Oh.
teak. It is teak. You know what teak
Oh.
is? That's that smooth, and it's, you're right. It's pricey, Rob.
It's
Spiewak.
pricey, and
very
you know what? It
pricey.
requires an amazing amount of maintenance.
Yes. And so she's looking at this, and I'm like, Carla, Jesus Christ. She's like, well, we've looked at the other stuff. It's no different than that.
Yeah.
And she had a point.
Open up,
the
cheapskate.
The other stuff.
Pony up.
And then,
Yes,
mind you,
exactly.
really,
Pony
in all
up.
and I know you guys might
bend
find this hard to
over.
believe. My friends don't find this hard to believe because you know Carla.
Right.
But people might find it hard. She's not like this. This is never.
No.
She's as frustrated as I am, and
Right.
she's realizing that most of this stuff that has the 3 zeros on it has been priced ridiculously. So you might as well buy the good stuff that has the same amount of zeros on it. But at the same time, I'm going, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to be miserable for the rest
You're
of my
better
life if
than
I
this.
let
Every
this
time
happen.
you see that furniture, when you walk outside, you remember the fleecing of O'Mara.
And you know
Yes.
what? And you know
The
what was
fleecing,
great?
That's a great word, Oscar. Say that. Fleecing.
You are very good in the fact, you are very bright and informed in the fact that you're not letting the day wear you down. Because
Right.
what many people are going to count on is when you go into store number 7, store number 8, if you lack any sort of patience, you're just going to say, F it, I'll take it, to be done with it. Thank God you're at least making a fist.
And I totally agree with you, Rob. I didn't let the day wear me down.
You look great.
No, you look beat down. Jesus.
Yeah, you do.
What happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What happened to you? Who are you?
I don't even know you anymore.
I don't even know you anymore. So we finally we get up. We're going back and forth about this. Then I have Penny Marshall write up the choice. She said, I can give you a 10% discount. And I said, okay, because some of these places don't offer any discount.
Senior
I'm
citizen
at least,
discount?
I'm going.
No.
Not yet.
I'm sorry.
No. Or
And
maybe.
certainly not down there.
Well,
Excuse
they don't
20
like
years more.
Yeah,
Rob,
exactly.
what is Rob the wiggle room? You worked in furniture. What is the wiggle room if you're what should you expect if you're going in? What are they supposed to do, especially if it's a mom and pop like you worked?
Well,
in?
I tell you what, at our store, my prices were always at their lowest at the
There
right
you go.
at
So
the
that's
set
dick.
go.
That means
No.
you're not going to get dick.
No, I would say at a mom and pop, they would at least have 10% ready to go at the front, and I bet they could go 15 to 20.
15 to 20.
Yeah, I think
which-
15 to
which
20
is,
would be available,
which is what I expected.
especially
is
on
what I
a
expected.
larger purchase. If you're going
Right.
to be buying if you went in and just bought a chair, they're not
Right.
going to really bend over for you. But if you're
No.
buying a whole set, and
Speaking of
especially if you
bending
need to
over.
close the deal,
I'm glad you brought up bending over, Rob
Yeah.
Spiewak, because the difference between this set of 4 teak chairs and a teak table and the other ones was this was not only a dining table, but it could serve as like a cocktail table because the chairs were a little bit lower.
okay.
But the table was wide enough where you could conceivably have a casual like sandwich out there and do that.
It was
wasn't
a round table.
It was a round table, slightly lower, and the chairs were slightly lower at lounge chair level.
Oh, that's
And they
horrible.
were and they were
okay.
made of it. No, it wasn't horrible.
It works for
wasn't-
Florida.
It was something where at least I was entertaining the idea of maybe to the extent where I said, okay, these tables, these chairs and this table do up a price for me. And Penny Marshall said, well, do you want to include the lounger with the ottoman? I said, no. Just the table and 4 chairs. And then we're going back and forth. I'm saying things to Carla like, this is just insane. This is totally insane. I will never feel good about it. She said, just go back and sit in the chair one more time. See if you're comfortable. Just go back and sit in the chair. So I marched back, and in fairness to the people who manufactured this furniture, I may have been in a bit of a mood.
No.
And Carla describes me sitting in this chair as hurling my body into it. But this chair
I have
was
never in your greatest fits of anger.
Yes.
And I've been around for 1 or 2 of them.
Yes.
I've never seen you hurl your body into furniture. So I
Well-
think that must be an exaggeration. Where
Well,
does the truth lie?
The truth is that because of the level of the chair and because my fat ass had to travel slightly further, and let me explain, the construction of the chair was the teak wood and
Yeah.
then that mesh stuff, Rob, that you know that kind of mesh
Oh,
stuff.
so
that's
it's
in
not even a
between.
solid
It's like a
chair.
beach
No,
chair.
it's not even a solid chair, but it's a fancier
Right.
whatever. And so I lower myself rather rapidly into the chair, and now I've been waiting all day for the sound that I heard when I lowered myself into it.
Showing where that peeled.
Thanks, YouTube.
I have something, maybe.
All right.
And it's also
Please do,
solid
Oscar.
too,
Let's try
Thanks.
this. You know what
Thanks
I
a
love
lot.
about YouTube? YouTube is the best when you don't want it. Like when you don't even think about it, you're like, okay, this isn't going to work. You need hits, right?
Right.
But when Rob's been setting this up, this poor man has been setting this up for like 2 breaks, and
I
it
know.
goes there. Let's try this. Let's see if
Please.
this works here. Hold on a second. I gotta change.
All right,
the
so I
settings
sat in the chair, and this is the sound I heard.
here. Oh, you're gonna pat a little more, please.
Okay, I lower my ass down on the chair, and you know what? This is that cable. I'm going to get that today. I lower my ass down into the chair, and this is the sound I hear.
That's not gonna work, is it?
Okay,
What about this? What about this? What about this one?
Yes.
What about this one? Here we go. You'll like this one. You lower your ass.
Well, rewind, play that
Okay.
one again.
All right.
So I lower my ass into the chair, and this. Hold on.
Okay.
So I lower my ass into the chair, and this is what I hear. That didn't work.
Oh.
But
What about
anyway,
this one?
it's-
There's another one here. Give me another one, please.
Okay, let's listen.
So no, you have to set it up for me.
All right, so I lower my ass into the chair. I've totally lost my mojo. God almighty. It's just as for a splitting wood sound effect. Rob, what the fuck did you play over there? What was that?
It was cabinets being ripped down, but I didn't realize that a lady was going to speak an introduction.
Do you have
What
access
about wood
to the
splitting?
Splitting wood? Is
Splitting
what I was
wood.
looking for.
Splitting wood.
Splitting wood.
This is going to be an exercise.
Now we're going to do this now because we have the time. What the F? Let's go ahead and do that. We have that. I see Pony right. I like when I can see Pony writing down my expletive, so he knows how to edit it in post.
Get that, Pony, because I did not jot that one down.
I love this. This is
Do you
fun.
love it?
It's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's an exercise. Nothing?
That was splitting wood?
Yeah, that's splitting wood.
What is that?
Splitting with dynamic wood chippers. That's what it says. This is when you go. We've done this. We've
All
done
right,
this on
you
the
know
show.
what? I'm
When
going to
you
do it
go,
myself. Let me tell you what happened. So
Yes.
I lowered my butt into the chair, and as I sat on the chair, Carla's sitting next to me, and she hears this. Suffice to say, I looked down, and Carla does not hear it like I heard it, and I looked over at her, and I said, Carla, I broke it. Carla, I broke the $400 chair.
oh my god!
Carla, I broke the $389 chair. Carla, the lady's on the other side of the store. We're leaving now. She said, but I love it. Carla, we're leaving now. I broke the chair. I broke
Code
this piece
red.
of crap
Code
chair.
red.
I broke the overpriced teak chair. Carla, Jesus Christ, we got to get out of here right now.
Oh,
Carla,
no.
we got. She's like, well, I don't understand why we're leaving right now. I said, Carla, we have to go right now. Let's get out of here. And we do a beeline to
Did
the
you
front
even
of the store.
offer an excuse to Penny Marshall?
No, what?
You
about
just
the crack in the
rolled
chair?
out?
First of all, the
You
chair was
dined and
crap.
dashed?
The store was overpriced garbage.
you break
They're
it.
going to be able to make it up.
You
and the
break
fact
it,
is,
you buy
was,
it. You
no,
jerk.
that's crap. It was furniture. You're supposed to test drive it, and I sat in it once. And it cracked, for God's sake, so we got the hell out of there. I left there as soon as I possibly
can't believe
could.
you rolled out like that. I thought you would have to buy the chair.
I think no. I don't think they would force him to buy it, but I think
What's
you
the
should.
protocol, Rob? I'm sure you,
you've had this happen
the
in the
stuff your
past.
family sold. I'm sure it broke on the floor. a couple of times.
What you should have at least done is if you said the lady, and normally, and I've been on both sides of the equation, Mike.
Right.
I've been the seller and the breaker. But if you
Sure.
had her drawing up a ticket, you should have
No,
at
she
least.
was not drawing up a ticket. She was giving me a price.
Oh,
I said, work
okay.
up a price. Don't draw.
Okay.
She wasn't writing up the ticket.
No,
She
you-
was
my
giving me. I
God.
said, let me
You're gonna
say,
be
I said,
on-
you know what?
I
This
believe
is
Mike
too
might have
expensive.
Mike might have acted appropriately in
Really?
that situation. Sure, they allow
Absolutely.
for that.
Well, Oscar, what am I going to hang around and say because I sat on your piece of crap, overpriced furniture that I'm going to pay for my 400 on your
And
floor
furthermore,
sample?
the thing still looked okay on the floor, right? It's
Oh,
not
it was
like
a,
you
it was
went.
a hairline
It's
fracture.
not like you went splayed out on the showroom floor, did you?
It's not. It's like, oh, let me sit down on this one. Okay. No.
You didn't go over backwards. What happened is all he did is he began the breaking in process of the chair.
Right.
And
I still wish
you know
we
what?
could find a
You
proper
s-
sound
you
of wood
save some
cracking.
people some money because
Right.
if it can't handle you, who can it really handle? You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because not everybody's gonna be frail and little.
This
There's
is
gonna be-
true.
there's gonna be probably some people that come and visit.
and you know
and
what?
you know my kitchen furniture. You remember what turned into that? I talked about kindling.
yeah, you know,
It
Mike.
turned into kindling for Christ's
There's
sake.
no guarantee that you were the first person
Right.
to sit in that chair and crack
Oh,
it.
it's been
Right.
used.
Yeah, that's a floor
Yes.
model.
It's been
Yes.
used.
That's a
How many people
floor
have
model.
plopped down into
But,
that
but
thing?
what I said to Carla, I said, this is why we need synthetic materials. This is why I know you like the pretty wood and the elegant little wood that's going to be out there, but my ass cracked that furniture when I sat in it for one time.
Do you know who actually makes pretty good cheap chairs? Now, I don't know about the table, but if you just want a quick fix,
It doesn't matter what I want, Rob. It's what Mrs. O'Meara. We're at an impasse.
then we're doomed. Buy a gun and shoot yourself.
No,
Okay,
that's a little extreme. Hey, Mike, what if you got this? What if you got that type of patio furniture for her, but you had your own special chair for you when you went out
Because
there?
I don't want to do it that way. I just want to. I don't.
Mike,
I'm
a
not
chair
gonna
with
spend enough time
wheels.
out there.
A beautiful special chair with wheels and a joystick that allows you to drive around the property.
I was so defeated and I was so
Embarrassed, I'm
exhausted.
sure.
I got a migraine at the end of the day
Oh,
because I was just
man.
so I was burned out on the process. And the process is because there's so many different levels of frustration. It's the financial level, then it's the taste issue where she likes certain stuff, I don't like other stuff.
Right.
Then there's the function issue where she says this is comfortable, I say this is not. It was really one of the more difficult days that we've had as a couple, because we normally do pretty well with agreeing on stuff. And when she wants to, when I'm adamant about something, she kind of goes along. When she's adamant about something, I go along. This was one where we both really didn't want to play, and we weren't playing nice.
But you were both so lovey-dovey in the beginning part of the show, so obviously you've bounced back from it.
Well, you caught us after makeup time.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
yeah. Took her to Pound Town?
Yeah, boy.
Not exactly.
Did she see your teak wood?
Did he kick his...
I think you kicked your mic out,
Yeah,
Mike.
you kicked your mic out. Yeah. He left on a high note.
This is prepare the time capsule.
Oh, my God. Can more things go wrong today? Jesus.
Maybe he cracked the board by sitting on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pulled him back.
Hey, did you sit on the board?
It's just a hairline fracture in the fader, Mike. That's all it is.
It's an extremely difficult show to do for me today.
You're doing great.
I am going to fix that. That's the same thing he did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I put my big old Fred Flintstone feet out. We'll take a break. Come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. God! Well, after all that,
yes.
So what happens when I do that? Do you guys just, am I talking and then suddenly you hear nothing?
Yeah, we basically see your mouth move and no sound.
And Oscar pads and I weep.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
The show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Amazon's the best way to buy anything, and I mean anything. Books, audible books, movies, games, toys, groceries, tools. The best place in the world to buy electronics. Check out the all-new Amazon Fire TV. That's a tiny box that streams all your favorite subscription and streaming services like Hulu Plus. Only $99. You'll love it, and you can only get it at Amazon. But please go through our page. It's MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support this show. Remember, click Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We really, really say it all the time. We don't want it to get diminished. The message is the best way to support this show is to go to our page, MikeO'MaraShow.com, and click on Amazon. And don't be afraid to bookmark it, Dano.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window. The Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need, a comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
An American won the Boston Marathon yesterday for the first time in 29 years. What a great day to do it. His name, let me see if I've got this right, is Meb Keflezighi. He was born in Africa, but he moved to the U.S. in 1987, and he went to UCLA. Do you see this guy crossing the finish line yesterday?
Yeah, and his personal best, he did 2 hours, 8 minutes. An
that's pretty
amazing
good
time.
Stuff.
Amazing
the
time.
pace those guys keep just blows my mind when you see them. And he wasn't able to run in the Boston Marathon last year, but he was at the finish line cheering and happened to leave 5 minutes before the first bomb went off. So obviously he was pretty emotional about the win. But he says it almost didn't happen because he started feeling sick around mile 21. You look at people like that. You see the people that run these things, and you go, well, they look like they probably feel sick a lot of the time.
I can relate to that because on the drive in today, I also felt a little queasy on mile 21 in my automobile.
Isn't that funny, though? He said he felt sick around mile 21,
Jesus.
and he thought about the victims and how much it would mean if he did win, and he just kept going. Even better, before the race started, he wrote the names Martin Richard, Crystal Campbell, and Lou Lindsay on his jersey, the three people who were killed by the bombs. He also wrote the name of the police officer, Sean Collier, who was shot and killed by the bombers 3 days later. So that is a guy you want to see. Way to go, Meb.
Congratulations.
Charlie Sheen and porn actress Brett Rossi. Yes, no need to go further with this story. Just give him a nice round of applause.
They just bought new patio furniture, Mike, and joined them on the lanai for drinks this evening.
They will reportedly make the big mistake on November 22nd. That's a source that says it's going to be extremely elaborate, and Charlie has told Brett to plan the wedding of her dreams with no cap on the budget.
With that said, can I have 10 seconds to tell my favorite Charlie Sheen story?
Yes, please
Is that
do.
when he was breaking up with Denise Richards, they had a huge framed picture of their wedding day over the fireplace, and Charlie came in front of his children, pulled the picture down, broke it in half, and wrote in magic marker the word mistake. I wish them all the best.
There's a rumor that they wanted to do it sooner, but Brett supposedly isn't divorced from her last husband. However, Brett went on to Twitter to shut that rumor down by telling Radar Online, quote, Your articles about Charlie and I are so inaccurate, it's pathetic. I've never had a wedding before. Get your facts straight.
Yeah, get your facts straight.
Whoa. You know, it's probably awkward to look up Brett Rossi on your computer at work, and you shouldn't do that.
Right.
But if you're at a workplace where you're doing some show
what you're doing is research,
show prep, and show research, I'm going to just show this to Rob and see how beat ready he turns as soon as he sees it.
You know what? She seems nice. Tell you what, I'm getting my facts straight even as we speak.
I feel like I just went to the gynecologist.
Way to go, Ms. Rossi.
It's like spelunking.
Former NFL player Keyshawn Johnson was arrested late Sunday night after police responded to reports of a domestic dispute. Apparently, he and his girlfriend got into it, and there was enough evidence to take Keyshawn in for misdemeanor domestic violence. He posted a $20,000 bail yesterday morning. There aren't any official details on what happened, and no one from Keyshawn's camp has commented. TMZ claims Keyshawn never actually struck the woman who he's been dating for 7 years. Supposedly, he grabbed her phone, Oscar, and smashed it to the ground. But in the process, this didn't happen during your domestic violence.
No, but I see he's been listening to the show.
In the process, she suffered, quote, a gash to her hand.
Oh, that is not okay.
No.
It's not okay.
It's not
at
okay to
all.
do that, period. Again, but though, just for, if you're going to look at the big picture here.
Sure.
When I did do that, if I recall correctly,
Yes.
I went outside because I didn't want anybody to get hurt. I went to a safe zone.
Good, because you're a responsible domestic violence.
The thing that troubles me the most is there's been no comments from Keyshawn's camp, and that's where I'm actually going to send my kids this summer, to Keyshawn's camp. So
Keyshawn's camp.
Is the camp going to be open?
I think they're going to start with Phone Destruction 101. We're not sure. Hey, we make light of it. There's nothing funny about domestic violence.
There
The fact is, really, seriously, Oscar regrets what he did.
Yeah.
And anytime this happens, it sucks. And you know what? I'm glad authorities are brought in, because really, so oftentimes like this, it happens and it escalates.
It's about communication, Mike.
Right.
And if maybe she listened.
Stop it. Jesus Christ.
What is the matter with you?
There's now a family in New Jersey that'll be too traumatized to hunt for Easter eggs ever again.
This isn't the same story as yesterday, is it?
You know, I know we're going to get a lot of letters today. I just know we are.
I like getting letters.
Rob, I don't want you to laugh at this. This is the
Mike,
type
I
of
don't
thing.
laugh ever.
A family in Washington Township, New Jersey, was doing an Easter egg hunt in their backyard on Sunday.
Sure.
When a skydiver came falling out of the sky.
Oh, no.
It turns out a 49-year-old named Arkady Schenker of Brooklyn, New York, was skydiving that day, and his parachute didn't open.
Oh, that's not okay.
That's
sad.
not good.
And he crashed right into their Easter egg hunt.
Wow. Now, 3 days later, did he rise again?
No.
Same joke still works.
Jerk.
The family rushed over to help him, but it was unfortunately too late.
That is too late.
He was an experienced skydiver. He'd done more than 350 jumps. Obviously, his parachute had opened during all of them. The FAA is investigating what went wrong.
Obviously.
Pony, stop that laughter right now, for
That's
God's
not cool.
sake.
Yeah, jerk.
Bryant University in Rhode Island has just announced that they are banning students from taking selfies during graduation next month.
Why? That's stupid.
The school is afraid that if all 850 or so graduates take a selfie when they're accepting their diplomas, it'll make the ceremony last forever. The students are still allowed to take photos during the ceremony, just not on the stage. I say bully to the people at Bryant University. I say yay.
Really?
Screw the selfie. Screw this. And I went to my daughter's high school graduation, and there's a professional photographer there. They come to the bottom of the stairs, they smile, and they keep going. Selfies would gum up the process.
Yeah, don't make
you
it
think?
all about you. Just go through the
And I
process
think
that everybody's
they're probably
been through.
doing this because it happened in years past, and they didn't want to have it happen again.
I guess if it is with them, with whoever's giving them the diploma, the dean or whatever, it would gum things up. But I thought they were banning selfies in toto. No,
just on
so
stage.
it does make sense. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And now a feature we like to call White Supremacists Are Idiots.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
Did you catch that one?
Yeah, we got it.
Yes, a new feature on the Mike O'Mara Show.
White supremacists are idiots.
Anyway, I don't think anyone needed more proof, but here we go. Apparently, some white supremacists in Richmond, Virginia, Rob, your old stomping ground.
That's where I graduated and never took a selfie.
Yes, you
And
did.
this, we should have done all this on Monday, but these stories are still pooping themselves out.
You know, it's funny, Mike. I've actually got some Easter roundup in the audio vault, too.
You know what? Easter's the gift that keeps on giving.
It truly is.
These white supremacists printed out racist messages and put them on Easter eggs. Then they hid them among some other eggs in an Easter egg hunt for kids. Jesus.
Wow.
That's not
and
okay.
maybe this is punishing us for laughing at the skydiver. Parents figured it out when their kids found eggs that had messages inside like, quote, diversity equals white genocide, and mass immigration and forced assimilation of non-whites into our lands is genocide.
You know what the most shocking thing about this is that they used colored eggs.
Oh, God. Boy, the last quadrant of this show is going to be some controversial stuff there, boy.
Yeah, boy.
The guy behind the plan was Mike's brother, Kyle Hunt. He organized a white supremacist rally last month called the White Man's March. Yeah, there you go. They were aiming for 1 million people to show up, and they ended up having 10.
Well, that's
not 10 million, 10.
Let me do some math here. They've come up short.
No.
Police are investigating who specifically put the eggs out for the kids, but white supremacists are stupid.
Yes, of course.
Very much. And now a little something, everybody. Have you guys ever had to unbutton your pants after a big meal? That's the question for you.
I haven't.
I've never done that.
Yes, you have.
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'll take the pants off if you have to. I don't like the look of just unbuttoning the pants and walking around that way.
Bad Bunny.
Well, Anthony Johnson, he is a 54-year-old homeless guy in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yeah! He goes by the nickname City Pimp.
Oh, yeah, I think I know him.
On Wednesday, City Pimp decided to eat some Wendy's fast food in front of Walgreens. But at some point during the meal, he decided he had to lie down and remove his pants.
He was doing the maneuver.
When police got there, City Pimp was lying on the ground, eating his meal with his pants around his ankles and his junk exposed.
Oh, no.
He was arrested for committing a lewd act in public, and he'll most likely have to register as a sex offender. But he won't have to register if he comes to the O'Mara's, where we're going to be eating in bed tomorrow night. We'll take a break, come back, more of the Audio Vault with Mike O'Mara right here, everybody. Rob Stewart. Welcome back to the show. You've heard me talk about it. I always love to. It's my Sleep Number bed. The exclusive dual air technology makes the perfect bed for couples. Each side adjusts to your perfect level for firmness. You sleep beautifully. Carla's Sleep Number is a 75. Mine is a 60. And maybe you were considering getting a Sleep Number bed, thought it might be a little pricey. Well, can you really afford another sleepless, restless night? And introducing the all-new Sleep Number Classic Series, Queen mattresses start at only $699, featuring the latest innovations, comfortably priced. Hurry into a Sleep Number store where Queen mattresses start at just $699. Right now, save $300 on the all-new C4 Queen mattress set. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 425 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. That number again is 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. Let's open up the Audio Vault for Tuesday, April 22nd, 2014. My Mamo's birthday, Rob Spiewak.
Speaking of Florida, did you know that today's show stud Kerry Sanders is in your town today?
In Fort Myers?
Yeah, he was at the ballpark covering the story of the powdered alcohol. So
powdered alcohol. You know what? Carla mentioned this to me last night. I have not been paying attention to the whole powdered alcohol.
I hate
deal.
the notion of it. I do not like it. They're calling it like grown-up Kool-Aid.
Yes.
They've got 4 flavors, and you just add it to water. Who's flipping out, though, is the big alcohol businesses because it's going to take control away from them and make the potable awfully portable. And,
the potable portable.
And they can take it into stadiums and stuff. So look for Kerry Sanders today when you're out looking for
Road
furniture.
sodas.
Oh, I love that guy.
Sodas.
Yeah, I bet he'll be at some of the finer boutiques.
Now, let's look back to yesterday, I believe, in news you do not need. We talked about the man who went into Walmart naked. Because he was he was so whacked out. I think it was crystal meth. He was
Yes,
on,
it was.
right?
It was crystal
And
meth.
incidentally, Rob, that's news you may not.
Oh, forgive me. I misspoke.
Yeah, it might be the way you feel about it, but it's I like to give people the option.
Okay, well, you
may not need.
You can opt in or opt out.
Thank you so
But
very
I know
much.
that even though you did a wonderful job writing the story, everyone wants to know the way Kevin Hughes sounds. Don't you want to hear the way this guy sounds?
Please.
Absolutely.
Here he is explaining why he walked naked into a Walmart wearing only black shoes.
And I'm not going to answer any questions, Ray.
Can you just ask
answer why you were naked at the Walmart?
I've had a problem with drugs in the past. I still like to do some ecstasy once in a while.
Sure.
But the only drug I thought I'd ever do again, and I accidentally got methamphetamine instead, and it really made me crazy. You can't trust anything anymore.
God.
Embarrassing?
Very.
He plans on moving, Mike, because he's so embarrassed.
You can't trust anything anymore.
Can't trust
You
anything
can't trust
anymore.
anything. Hey, I still just do a little ecstasy once in a while. Way
it's
to
the
go,
only
dude.
Mike. It's the only drug I still do. And when you go out and you buy it, and they tell you it's that, and it's something
Right.
else, you just can't trust anything
If
anymore.
you can't trust your drug dealer, who can you trust?
So let's cross, keeping in drugs in mind, and keep talking about Easter, which you mentioned earlier. What's bad is when a Michigan school has an Easter egg hunt, and you have the plastic eggs, you can put money in them, coins, maybe jelly beans, but don't go to the Easter egg hunt and donate an egg that has Xanax in it.
I'm
Oh my
really shocked, especially since it was a really little kid, for it to be a little preschooler to bring home drugs in an Easter egg. That's insane.
And you know what?
Somebody actually put a pill.
The fault goes to the school. They should not have unsupervised parents donating eggs for an egg hunt. If they want to do an egg hunt, that's fine. But if you're having just every Tom, Dick, and Harry donate eggs,
an accident can happen.
You're lucky that the only thing that you found was a Xanax. I mean,
Is this just parents that contribute these eggs?
Yeah,
or
the
can
parents
anybody
all
do it?
the parents all contributed.
Probably
yeah.
a mistake. She was eating jelly beans, taking her Xanax, and then something happened.
Yeah, could be. And she ended up with extraordinarily high blood sugar.
Wait a minute,
and she
Oscar
was tense.
Santana. Hold on, super true detective Oscar Santana over there. She's eating her jelly beans and a Xanax falls into the egg. Come on.
Yeah, well, she's probably taking her parents. As you know, Mike, you have limited time, right?
Yeah.
So she's like,
and a tremendous amount of stress,
yeah,
right?
she's like, oh man, she's like, I got these eggs for my kid. If I don't send them in, they're gonna think I'm a jerk, and my kid's a jerk. I gotta put these together. Oh, I need a Xanny, and then that fell into the mix, and then I got into
Well,
it.
yeah, I like the idea of her eating the jelly beans too, where she's just probably so whacked out of her gourd
Yes.
that she's just sitting there going, "I think I'll have a jelly bean. Oh, is that my Xanny? Like my body?"
I can imagine the sound, the rattling sound of one Xanax in a plastic egg. So please, folks, watch out what you donate to your schools. Okay?
I thought it was a real small jelly bean.
A white jelly bean.
Could have been a Smartie. Could have been a Smartie.
Yeah.
Well, if he eats a half a jelly bean, he'll be all right.
Now, Dateline Knoxville. I know you still get most of your news, Mike, from WBIR TV, right?
Oh, the Burr.
Yeah. Well, the day before Easter, they thought it would be nice to have a couple bunnies on the news set.
Right.
And so they had two rather large rabbits, as rabbits go, on the news desk. And one was a boy rabbit and one was a girl rabbit.
Oh, no.
And they did what rabbits do. And they, luckily, they cut away. But when they're trying to do a very, very nice greeting to a cameraman that just had a baby with his wife, they keep laughing. Let's go to the Knoxville Easter rabbit.
And mid-70s by Easter afternoon, dinner outside.
Oh, wait a second. He can't do that up here. They can be up here, but okay. That
should have put the dance.
You got to stop that, Maura. All right, let's go to this. Speaking of babies, we want to congratulate 10 on 10 photojournalist Joe Baker and his wife Colby on the birth of their daughter. How about it?
Oh,
Stella.
look, she's beautiful.
Good golly, look at her.
She was born yesterday, weighing in at 8 pounds, 12 ounces.
There's some action going up on in here.
And congratulations, Joe, and we're so excited for you.
We will announce the third rabbit's name in 9 months. Have a terrific day and a great Easter.
That was a first.
And I want a quick note to the
funny.
good people of Knoxville. If you're within the sound of my voice, congratulations on having such good-looking anchor people.
Are they heinous?
Oh
Are
my
they
God,
Are they
really bad.
They took it well.
You
though,
wouldn't
in
even
stride.
you wouldn't even buy a car from these people.
You know, you give them credit when anytime the anchor people roll with a gag like that, because
Awesome.
that's you got to take that and enjoy it. How often is that going to happen?
Do you ever watch the popular television program Naked and Afraid on the Discovery Channel?
I have seen little bits
I
of
have.
it, but it doesn't really do it for
It's
me.
good.
It's just kind of gross.
If I'm not mistaken, the latest episode, they're in Bolivia.
This episode that I have this clip from, Mike, this is TV at a whole new level. Because
Okay.
when you are naked and afraid and hungry, would you eat a parrot's brain?
Oh, my God.
Wow. This is a parrot head, or as Vince would probably tell me, it's a parakeet. The parrots live up there in that crevice. There's really no telling what could have done this. My guess would be a bigger...
Pony thinks this is the funniest thing.
The parakeet comment made me laugh.
Yeah, okay, let's keep going.
larger bird. I don't know that there's very much brains left in there, but if there are, it could be my food source for today. Could I ever imagine myself picking up a bird skull and just eating it? Never in my life could I have imagined this.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
She done at it.
Oh,
she ate it.
no, I haven't
She
seen
ate it.
this.
Yeah, and that's Naked and Afraid, and that's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Tuesday, Mike. I'll see you on the Lanai.
Yeah, lunchtime, everybody. Hey, for all technical support issues with our show, contact our Sugar Glider Wrangler himself. He loves parakeet brains. Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for the show should be sent to TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. Remember, our official eVoice hotline is open right now.
Hooray for right now.
800-440-8167. For Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana, Matt Bloom, and Mac. This is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.